What's up guys, Dark Deli here playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and today I want to have a look at the HTI Muddy Bones. I'm kind of going through here and having a look, testing some of these new Fallen Ghost weapons, and in many cases I've been testing them against their regular in-game counterparts if they have one. I want to put out there, I did have a viewer ask, why would I compare the BFG to the Extern Heros BFG? Well, because they're the same rifle, but they're vastly different. I want to compare a rifle to its closest, competition. Now, that said, I wanted to put that out there. That said, I do intend to do a shootout, so to speak, between many of the more high-powered sniper rifles. Just as I did a comparison between the semi-auto sniper rifles several months ago, yes, I do want to do a comparison between, say, the Muddy Bones, the BFG, both of them, the regular HTI, and etc. Yeah, sure, I do want to do that. But just doing this initial test of the HTI Muddy Bones, which we're doing today, of course, I'm going to compare it to the BDC, because people are using the BDC, and maybe they want to try out this new HTI and be like, well, how does it compare to the BDC? So that's why I'm comparing it to this weapon. Now, in the future, yes, I will compare this to the BFG and the other ones. But for right now, this is what we're doing. Now, we know the BDC does, everything the regular HTI did, really, only better. It has, it has much less bullet drops, meaning it's more accurate over range. What can be said about the HTI Muddy Bones? Well, let's have a look at, we're already sitting here where I usually test my bullet drop at 350 meters in Villa Verde City at the runway here where I always do this. We have the Muddy Bones, we have the HTI BDC. I already know that the Muddy Bones has less bullet drop even than the BDC. Let's see by how much. What we're going to do is we're just going to fire a shot from each rifle, and we're going to see exactly what the difference is, how much more accurate this is over range. So there's a shot right on target. We're just going to swap directly to the BDC while we're still scoped into the same exact spot and have a shot, and we're going to go check these out. All right, and right here you can see clearly where each rifle hit. The lower bullet hole is the BDC, and the one that's higher is the Muddy Bones. The Muddy Bones has the same bullet drop, and we will compare this in an upcoming video of the SR25 Jungle and the Extern Heros BFG. The Extern Heros BFG, the SR25 Jungle, and the HTI Muddy Bones, all three have the same bullet drop, which at 350 meters, as you can see, is only about 8 or 10 inches off your target, meaning you could literally at 350 meters not even adjust for bullet drop. You could aim at their head and you could hit them center mass, or right at the base of their neck, thereabouts is what I'm saying. So you really, they shoot so flat that you really don't have to really adjust for much bullet drop at all with these rifles. And as you can see, here's the BDC, and the BDC hitting way down here was previously, before these three rifles were released into the game, the HTI BDC had the least bullet drop of any sniper rifle, and these just blow it away. The HTI Muddy Bones being one of them just blows it away as far as bullet drop. Now, let's have a look at the stats. You guys know I don't put a lot of stock in the stats bars in the game, but let's have a look at them. Let's select the BDC, and we're going to compare it to the Muddy Bones over here. And there we can see the stats show the Muddy Bones doing a lot less damage, substantially less, if you look at that. Now, it shows all the other stats the same, but it does show the Muddy Bones doing a lot less damage. That is kind of a key thing with these kinds of rifles. Being an anti-material rifle, your primary use, if you're using this, especially if you're wanting to play immersively, then the reason you have it is to take out vehicles in an assigned role. So let's go ahead, let's try these against vehicles. Again, I'm comparing it to the BDC because it's, if people are looking at using the Muddy Bones, they're probably already using the BDC, and they're wondering, should I switch? Oh, here's a perfect test right here. Can we get this chopper in one shot? Can we hit the chopper in one shot? Oh, my aiming sensitivity is low because I was just sniping. That's my problem. No, we cannot. Holy Jesus. Okay, my aiming sensitivity is low. That's why I'm having problems hitting this. There we go. It took... That was either 2 or 3 shots. We clearly saw 2 impacts. Sorry for all the missing. It's because I turned my sensitivity way down for the sniping portion. Or you could just say that I suck. But yeah, my crosshair is moving pretty slow, which is how I set it when I snipe targets. All right, so anyway. So it took at least 2 to take down that chopper. That leaves me pretty disappointed and wondering, what about vehicles? Let's call in an armored SUV. This is going to be a pretty tough vehicle. Because it's my own vehicle and has vehicle shield applied to it, it's going to be much tougher than a regular Unidad SUV. making it perfect for testing damage. The more damage it can take, the more realistic reading I'm going to get out of this. Let's try with the regular HTI BDC, which should destroy this thing in one shot. And it does. One shot, it's dead. I turned on my map there so you can see that the vehicle disappeared off my map after only one shot. Now we're going to try the same thing with the Muddy Bones, but I'm not terribly confident after seeing that it took at least 2 shots to take down that chopper. Alright, and our new vehicle appeared right down there. Let's move up a little bit so we're about the same distance. And we're going to... So we got the exact same vehicle. Let's shoot it with the Muddy Bones. Same place. We're just going to shoot it on the door. Not that that matters. And see... Alright, so it took 1 bullet. So we do know now that, yes, this does less damage to vehicles than the BDC. Wow, it took 2 shots... 3 shots. You can see there it just disappeared off the map. That means it's officially dead now. Now, a lot of people have said that shooting vehicles isn't necessarily an accurate test of damage. That may or may not be. We know damage works different on soft targets than it does vehicles. But again, this is an anti-material rifle. That's what this is for. You know, if you're shooting soft targets and personnel, realistically, you would be using a different rifle. So that's why we're testing on vehicles. Here's what we're going to do. This is already demonstrated to do quite a bit less damage, and although its bullet drop is better, let's take it out and test it on a convoy. We know with this HTI BDC we can one-shot every vehicle in the convoy. Let's just go try with the Muddy Bones and see. Well, while we're waiting for the convoy to get here, we do have an opportunity to test this out just a little bit. See how far is that vehicle. The vehicle's about, it's coming up to about 250 meters right here. We don't have to adjust for any bullet drop. Yep, sure enough, we couldn't kill it in one shot. And my aiming sensitivity is set too low to track it. There we go. So it took 2 shots to destroy that Unidad Jeep right there. Yeah, you see, I don't understand that. If I'm firing... The purpose of this rifle in this game is to destroy vehicles. If I want to take 2 shots to destroy a vehicle, I'll use a weapon with a larger magazine and a faster rate of fire, like an MSR or an L115. You know, why am I using this big, slow, clunky machine if it takes as many shots to kill a vehicle as it does with a 338 Lapua Magnum? You see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of underwhelmed at this point with the HTI Muddy Bones. We're going to see how it performs on this convoy. We're going to do what I usually do. Let's go ahead and set a mark out here. I'm going to stop it at a known distance with a sync shot to the driver. There's 280 or 218, sorry. There's 250 right there. So we're going to stop this like I always do and see how this does. Let's go ahead and get my drone up here. All right, so that's the driver marked for sync shot. My AI squad is ready to take him out. We're just going to wait for him to pull up a bit here. Actually, it shouldn't matter. This thing has basically no bullet drop, so we can easily take this out. Oh! Okay, 2 shots to take down the chopper. Let's try these trucks. We hit the gunner in accident. That's, looks like 3 shots on that truck. Well, 2, I guess. The first one hit the gunner, I believe. And see, here's the thing. Where it's taken as many shots to destroy these vehicles as it would with a smaller rifle. But I have this slow fire rate and small magazine. Is that other truck gone yet? We're not having to adjust for much bullet drop at all, of course. Okay, I've clearly hit that truck 3 times. There we go. And that's going to be that truck down. Now, that said, the explosion does appear to have killed everyone. Okay, so let's tie this up. So my final thoughts on the HTI Muddy Bones, having tested it here. We've tested bullet drop. We've tested damage extensively. Now, we've only tested it against vehicles, but I think it's safe to say it's probably going to one-shot any enemy. That said, I have had the regular HTI not one-shot enemies on occasion. Seeing as how this does less damage, it's possible it could not, you know, from time to time, one-shot an enemy. That could happen. But again, if you're shooting personnel, you know, if that's your target environment, then use something that fires faster and holds more rounds. So, guys, I gotta say, if you want something that has basically no bullet drop, then use it. Use whatever you want. Hell, you know, always use whatever you want, for sure. But this thing cannot reliably kill vehicles with 1 shot. It's going to be like the Extra Heros BFG. It's the same thing. It's going to take 2 to 3 shots to drop a vehicle. And this thing right here, the HTI BDC, will do it in 1 pretty much every time. The only difference is you got to adjust for a bit more bullet drop. So what's the difference of moving down 1 mil dot? I say use the BDC. This HTI Muddy Bones just isn't worth it, unfortunately. Okay, so maybe you like the look better. Still use whatever you want, but that's my 2 cents. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This was my initial test at the HTI Muddy Bones. There will be more coming up in an anti-material rifle comparison. We will get to that soon, I promise you. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. It's been a real pleasure. I'm Dark Dally. I will catch you guys next time.